Top 15 Upcoming Action Games 2021. 6 Days in Fallujah is a first-person tactical military shooter that recreates true stories of Marines, soldiers, and Iraqi civilians during the toughest urban battle since 1968. Battlefield 6 is set to be the next game in the war-based multiplayer franchise, and the first Battlefield game to make a proper next-generation debut on the PS5 and Xbox Series X. The last great human settlement exists within an unforgiving, infected world. Exceptional agility and combat skills make you a powerful ally and a valuable commodity. With your unique abilities, you have the power to be an agent of change within this decaying metropolis.
You get after those fuckers.
Assume duties of a young soldier involved in numerous battles and skirmishes with fast-advancing German war machine. Become a scout, an infantryman, and a leader. Go to battle on foot, driving armored vehicles, or flying an airplane. In a world overpopulated by first-person shooters and battle royales, Hellblade's Senua's Sacrifice stood out for mixing psychological horror with hack-and-slash gameplay, including a fresh look at ancient mythology and featuring a rare study of mental illness in gaming. Far Cry 6 is an action-adventure first-person shooter game. Gameplay follows from previous Far Cry games, with players using makeshift weapons, vehicles, and hiring amigos, the new Fangs for Hire system, to topple the tyrannical regime. The Day Before is an open-world MMO survival set in a deadly, post-pandemic America overrun by flesh-hungry infected and survivors killing each other for food, weapons, and cars.
Hey, motherfucker!
The game is set several years in the future and tasks a 3-player team of operators to work together and fight off the increasing threat of a technological parasite. Inspired by the Outbreak event, the game will see the return of various gameplay mechanics of Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Go dimension hopping with Ratchet and Clank as they take on an evil emperor from another reality. Jump between action-packed worlds and beyond at mind-blowing speeds, complete with dazzling visuals and an insane arsenal. Chivalry 2 is a multiplayer first-person slasher inspired by epic medieval movie battles. Players are thrust into the action of every iconic moment of the era, from clashing swords to storms of flaming arrows, to sprawling castle sieges and more. Sons of the Forest is a survival horror video game developed and published by N Night Games. The game takes place on a remote, heavily forested peninsula, where the player character Eric LeBlanc and his son Timmy are survivors of a plane crash. Grand Theft Auto 6 focuses on an open world where the player can complete missions to progress an overall story, as well as engage in various side activities. Most of the gameplay revolves around driving and shooting, with occasional role-playing and stealth elements. Horizon Forbidden West is a third-person action role-playing game. Players control Aloy, a huntress in a world populated by dangerous machines. Set in an open world located in post-apocalyptic California, Utah, and Nevada. The games are set in the area surrounding the Chernobyl disaster site, colloquially known as the Zone, in an alternative reality, where a second explosion occurs at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant 20 years after the first and causes strange changes in the area around it. When all hope is lost and humanity's fate hangs in the balance, the Master Chief is ready to confront the most ruthless foe he's ever faced. The legendary Halo series returns with the most expansive Master Chief story yet. Thanks for watching.